Hi guys, welcome back. Blooming Within here. I'm Gabby and this is month 4, week 15. Trying out a new intro, see what happens. Excuse me, it's week 14. Baby is as big as an orange. Its neck is getting longer, it's getting cute and chubbier, it's looking straighter now that all this muscle tone is being built and all of these bones and the length of its arms and legs are growing longer. And there's hair growing all around their body this week especially. And if you've had a baby born early, you've seen it. It's called the wango. And it's just to really protect the skin while in utero because of being constantly liquid. And the skin obviously has to be one of the first things made. So it's just a way to help protect that. And early bird babes tend to have that hair on them. And it takes about a week for it to come off outside of utero when they're born early. My twins did have that. It lasted probably, I want to say, between 3 and 5 days, and I didn't really see the fuzz anymore, but they did have it, and my oldest son was born at 41 weeks, almost 42 weeks, and did not have it at all. But normally, within the last month of your pregnancy, baby sheds that off because they're chubbier, they're warm, they're getting ready to have their skin ready to get outside the womb, so they don't really need that anymore. So that's why normally when babes are born a month earlier or more, they tend to have that. So something so strange that gets developed this month or this week is roof of their mouths, which I just love. You know, again, we're just continuing to develop all of these things, which I think is why knowing that genetics is a huge role in all of this to help you feel better and understand that, like, these are the little tiny details of your tiny human that their little gene soup decided to make up. And so you're going to hear all these little details that come out, besides, you know, internal details, which necessarily there is genetic, you know, things for that as well that lead to problems, lead to good things. But still, you know, things like how long their neck are. The roof of their mouth is being developed right now, which probably has a lot to do with genetics. People's roofs of their mouths and necks are not the same, even as weird as that sounds. Now that we have our intestines where they need to be, you're going to start to see, or the baby starts to develop meconium. And it's the first poop, and it's literally baby's waste. And it's a way to kind of start up the intestines, if you will, and get them going to work properly so the baby's able to poop the second that they get out of womb. And they start to mature this and kind of separate everything out properly and have all the follicles and everything develop appropriately. But that meconium starts as early as this week. So you should seriously start to be feeling better at this point. There are some downfalls, of course. You're still pregnant. You can still be in pain. But you shouldn't feel as sick. There are a small percentage of people that stay very sick throughout their whole pregnancy. But a regular pregnancy, you should really be starting to feel like back to yourself. A new self, if you will. Pregnant version of yourself. But you should be feeling a little bit better. You should be able to eat more. You should be able to move around a lot more. Kind of feel more adjusted and comfortable with your belly to an extent. The best you can, what all things considered. That being said, your immune system is heavily down during pregnancy. And this is massively because everything is majorly focusing on baby. And that is the one downfall that evolution never seemed to fix for us, is make sure that mom stays not sick. You do have some things to help you, but it seems that postpartum mom does way better than pregnancy mom. But either way, just really take into consideration who you're seeing, who you want to be around, constantly washing your hands, constantly, you know, staying on top of these things, going outside, taking some great breaths every day. These really all do help your immune system, and they really do help, you know, clear everything out and make sure you're less sick, because I promise you, as someone that's been sick both pregnancies miserably, it's not a good time. So if you can avoid it, avoid it. Obviously, sometimes you can't. Everything can be dealt with, but it's a little bit harder when you're pregnant. But that's really all that week 14 is. So thanks for being here. If you have any comments or questions, please comment below.